We've literally lost everything multiple times and grown from that. I've been divorced. I've been through that. There's so many things that I have failed on, but I feel like have made me who I am. Stop trying to be who other people want you to be. You can't always impress your mom or your dad or your family. You can't always be the best at everything, and it's okay to just fail and trip and be so imperfect that you don't know anything else. It's okay to try something really crazy and out of the box and fail on that and lose everything and then try again, than not to try at all.
Find your voice and use it. Hello, I'm joined today with Lindsy Jennings, owner and CEO of The Ranch, an architectural and design firm. Lindsy, welcome. Thank you so much for being here with me today.
Thank you for having me.
I have to say, Lindsy, every time I see you, I have the same thought. Either you figured out how to clone yourself or you're secretly Wonder Woman. From the outside perspective, you're growing an architectural design firm, you're managing real estate investments, and you're volunteering nonstop at the middle school, which is how we've got to know each other, and somehow still showing up fully present for all of it. I've got to just start right here. What's the reality behind the scenes? You're just sitting back at the pool, casual, going, I got this, no problem. Everyone else is running my company. I got all the time in the world. Or are you the duck with the feet underneath the water?
I'm a little bit of everything. I mean, I'm definitely hands-on. I need to be involved in every single aspect of my life. I also have a very, very involved family who are very, very available to help and very involved in my family life and my work life. We all work together too. So I'm very blessed to have that. And then I have a very good team of people that help me out every single day. And the kids help out too. So
let's go into that. So you said your family's involved in the business. How so?
yes. So this was a family-owned business before it was anything. And I was raised to always be part of the business as a family member. Like a 13-year-old climbing through walls, fishing wires down for my grandfather. Like just be very involved in your parents' business. So that's kind of how my mom brought me into the business. My grandfather brought me into the business. And now my mom is still doing it she's retired, but still answering phones and still going up into work and tinkering with things. I don't know, but everybody's still involved. My brother's a real estate agent, so he's tinkering around with real estate constantly. So everybody works together.
I love that you've got your village. Most of us go outside to get the village. You've got the village inside and inside the company. As you've been growing up in the company, when you look at the team you work with, is it the same team? Have you grown it, expanded it? Or is it that stay tried and true the company that your grandfather started?
Yeah, it's a little bit of both. I mean, my generation, we seem to have all kind of stuck together and taken over our parents' businesses or whatever, just grown into ourselves as who we are, but still kind of working for our family or involving our family in some way or another. So everybody that I grew up with is kind of the same people, and we all work together and we all are friends and we all live in the same community, basically. So yeah, I mean, it's a lot of both.
And I know it's a tough thing sometimes. I've interviewed women and had discussions on I'm second, third, fourth generation, and there's a lot of legacy there. I
There
want to
is.
respect that legacy, but at the same time, times change and we
Right.
change. And no, I'm not my grandfather.
Right.
You're a woman with a family life here. How have you been able to respect that transition in a way that's true to you and what your vision has been for it?
Right. That's actually something my mom and I talk about fairly frequently, is about if he would either approve of what we're doing now or if he would look at us and be like, you guys are all crazy. Like on the daily, we talk about that same thing. And I think that I think I've done a pretty good job of being my own person in this industry and taking it to what we need in the future as going green and 3D printing and things like that, where everything is not just so, nail and hammer like it used to be. So we still have a lot of that too, but, I think I've done a good job of kind of bringing it into the future. I think he would be happy.
I love that perspective. A communication ongoing, and each time, like, would grandfather approve or would he think we're crazy? There's
Exactly.
those really fun games. Was I a kid or was I drunk when I did this?
Exactly.
Which of these? And I'm sure it has not been an easy road along the way. I want to talk about some of the ones as well as some of those lessons where even if your family had said, Lindsay, it's not the way to do it.
Yeah.
Uh, or we just had no idea and they gave us enough rope to go figure it out. Or one of those two lessons where like I just had to learn it the hard way.
Yeah, see, I'm the hard way. Everything I do is the hard way, and my family is constantly like, "I don't know if that's the right path," but I'm a big believer in find your own path and learn your own lessons, and you only grow by learning that lesson. So, I mean, I fail constantly. We've literally lost everything multiple times and grown from that. I've been divorced, I've been through that. So there's so many things that I have failed on, but I feel like have made me who I am that it makes for a good future, I think.
You said made me who I am. In speaking with a lot of business owners and especially female business owners, we sometimes get to the point where we just don't know who we are. Because
Totally.
we are a business owner. You're like, oh, well, that, or we're a wife. You're like, well, not that right now. And you've always been a mother, and I know you
Right.
as the queen of volunteering and leadership. No matter what you're doing, said, I know who I am.
Yes.
How would you describe that?
I don't know. I went through a long time. I want to say like 12 years where I had a hard time knowing who I was. I was such a stay-at-home mom type person and I wanted to be so involved with my kids, but I also kind of let the business end of me slip. And I think the older I got, the more I just started to develop kind of who I was. And then I would learn from the kids and see who the kids needed me to be and just kind of grew into this person and who I am and how can I be everywhere at the same time? Like, how can I split my time this way? But, it works.
It's not always a pie chart. Somehow we
No.
just keep expanding that pie chart. We're going
Yeah.
to figure out. And you said, I'm with you. Sometimes I have to learn the hard way. My husband always says, it's like, if I want to get you to do something, I'm going to tell you to do the opposite
Right.
because then you'll end up doing the thing I'm asking you or the way I'm telling you to do it. I'm like,
Exactly.
I need to know why you're telling me that. And I've seen
Totally.
that in careers. If you were to go back to young Lindsay, as we were
Yes.
trying trial and error on some of that, what piece of advice would you give her?
Oh, so much advice. I don't know. I would just say stop trying to be so perfect. Stop trying to be who other people want you to be. You can't always impress your mom or your dad or your family. You can't always be the best at everything. And it's okay to just kind of fail and trip and be so imperfect that you don't know anything else.
And along those ways, did you always know what you wanted as far as the business? And let's start there. Did you always know what you wanted? Being that 13-year-old climbing into walls, going,
Yeah.
we can knock this down. It's not load bearing.
I kinda always did know what I wanted to do. I mean, I was kind of right out of high school, I was stuck in that, design phase, but I wanted to do more clothing design or more fashion design, something more fashion oriented. It wasn't until my grandfather really started to retire and start looking at his life and what he's done and what he's appreciated that I kind of started thinking, well, maybe I should, start building houses. Maybe I should look into that kind of design. And he kind of made me re-fall in love with architectural design.
I'm wondering, did he always know that you'd be part of that generational legacy to take it over? And he's like, I got to let her go see what else is out there first.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that all the time. Like, was I the one that was supposed to, do this? Or I don't know. But I think that all the time. that generation was just a different generation, though. Like, there was not a lot of
Yeah.
female architects, like, that just wasn't a thing. So, I think
And
now.
now it's grown extensively, especially
Mhm.
and I've seen, if I'm wrong in the industry, is that architectural and design has come together
So much so,
and
yes.
given this new part of the industry and a new career path and ownership path for so
I
many
Yeah,
who
I
wanna be
agree.
part of both of it.
Definitely, yes, and I think a lot of that comes from, like, HGTV and, like, design shows and stuff like that. Like, people are just like, "Yeah, I can go flip a house," and then you're taking that architectural design where you're just knocking down walls and stuff like that and making it a structural design type thing, and yeah, there's a lot.
What do you see for the opportunities, just in mentoring some of the women coming up in the industry? What do you see is their future in it?
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's so much to this industry and the future of this industry that we could really do anything we want to do. You can be that hands-on builder. If you want to be a program designer and you want to program the robots to 3D print the houses, you could do that now. If you want to be a structural engineer and tell us, is that a load-bearing wall? You could do that now. There's so much green development going on. We're working on 3D printing tiles that collect water to completely run an entire house on recycled water, like things like that. There's so much in the future that whatever you think is possible. It's really crazy right now.
It's unbelievable stuff that we couldn't even imagine 10 years ago is the
Totally.
next career path within the industry today.
Yes. It's so crazy.
What have you seen as the biggest impact on your career path within the company and you leading the company? What has been that, say, kind of leadership style or your view of, I need to be fully involved in every single thing that happens, or I need this to run without me?
Right. Yeah. See, this is kind of a hard place because I am such a control freak. And I also do a lot
We-
of like right. And I'm also a very like empowered woman. So I'm like, no woman or no man can do this job better than I can. So I'm very, 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 strong willed and I am very much have to be everywhere at the same time. So I don't know.
It's not an easy question, especially
No.
for years. I was told, well, you're such a control freak. You need to just let other people and everything. I was like, why is being a control freak a bad thing?
It's not a
I
bad
don't think
thing.
that's a bad thing.
I
So
think it's how you
I asked this,
handle it that's bad.
so that's why I ask this question a lot is to how do I stay true to myself and not beat myself up for wanting to be involved or wanting to, because to me, control means it's predictable. I can
Right.
feel it. I know it's going to happen. At the same time, eh, I'm not pivotal in the company. The company can survive without me. So that's why I love that question, kind of what you do to prepare your team or the companies or how you've set it up to where it is not completely dependent on you, but you still have those touch points or that, even if it's just in our head that we have some semblance of control.
Right. No, just because I have control of everything doesn't mean that this company can't run without me. Because there is a lot of times that I do have to step back and take a couple weeks off. If it's a health thing, I'll take a couple weeks off,
Mhm.
and I'll just refocus and everything. I do have a lot of people that can take over, and this is an industry where I can do a lot of things virtually now, or I could work from home if I have to. That's the best thing about these this industry and these things. And it is my career is a very time sharing career because I can really make my own schedule. So having that support and having everybody there just to kind of pick up the slack when I'm out there, that's where it's key.
Do you find that you need periods to decompress? Because not everyone needs that, where they just need to go be themselves, or you've got hobbies, you've got things that when
Yeah.
you know you've hit your max, or maybe not when quite when you've hit your max, where
Yeah,
you're
see, I don't know if I need time to decompress. What I need time for usually is I need that time with my family. I need time each and every day to either paint or do something creative, something that's going to get my mind just kind of on nothing. I do need that time as well, or maybe take a bath or whatever, go in the jacuzzi, something like that. And I do need time to be at work or be focused on whatever I'm doing for my company or for my, growth of my company. I do need all those separate things and separate times. Um, but that does not, I mean, and when I take vacations, I'm still working on vacation,
Yeah.
but like I give time for everything else too. So,
And through all that, is there a single driving motivator that's
yeah,
just pushing you?
it's always just been family. Like I was raised, like your business is your family is your business. Like we are one and together we will grow. The family unit moves the business unit. So because all of that has been so strong and built so strong together just within me, I think that yeah, I mean it grows, it works, you know.
It does, and somehow we look back and go, "Wow, it all worked out."
Yeah,
I'm not quite
exactly.
sure how. I don't think I
Exactly.
can analyze it. And with all that, was there some experience or someone in the industry, extended family that really influenced you or impacted along the way, or a situation where you thought, "Man, I'm different because of this?"
Yeah, I mean, I think that my grandfather and my grandmother, both of them, and my mother, all three of them, I would say, were probably the three people that impacted me most, and really, made me want to become this person who I am. And I don't think I could have done anything without all three of them because all three of them were just so either into art or into design or appreciation of a building or, just so statues or something. All of them just really formed and built this person that I've become. So I definitely don't think I could be anything without them.
Wow. What's been your biggest win along the way with all of that support, with your grandfather putting that basis in the way? Um, you look back and you just go, man, that was epic.
Yeah. There's so many wins. I mean, I don't know. Each and every day, I think, wow, that was really cool to do. I've really experienced this. I've been on TV. Like, there's things that I could say about my life that are just so neat and so unique and so cool. And I have so many wins each and every day, whether it's something in my kid's life or something in my business or something that I've done to design that really impacted me. There's just so many things. I couldn't even say one. Very, very proud of everything.
Clearly it shows, and I know how proud your family is of you as well. As you look at some of the women coming into investing in real estate, you mentioned flipping houses, starting their own architectural design firms in any way. What piece of advice would you give them as they think about, I can do this?
So I am really big on education and continuously growing as a person in your career. So I would just say don't just get that degree and then stop there. I would say get your license to sell a real estate, to be a broker. Get your contractor's license, your architectural license. Get all the licenses for all the things and continuously go back to right now in school for restoration because I want to grow that aspect of my business. So just continually sit on in on lectures, things that will always inspire you. Those kind of things. Work with colleges, different middle schools. Get really involved in education and in your community because the more that you're involved in the community, the more you're going to want to provide for that community. And really just love where you live and where you're developing.
I've heard that a couple of times from experts and females in real estate, educate to execute. We've had on the podcast, and they say get involved in the community and then improve and develop that community that you're
Yes.
in.
Yes.
100%.
Yes, 100%. You have to love who you're building for and who you are designing for because if you don't love the area you're designing in, it's going to show in your work.
That's an incredible piece of advice. And I don't know that we look around our community and think that empty lot there. What
Yeah,
could I do with it?
exactly. Exactly. There's this drive down from San Clemente to Carlsbad where it's just all Camp Pendleton and it's all like undeveloped land, basically, where they train and they do all kinds of stuff. And every time I see that undeveloped land, it just makes me think, oh my gosh, look at how beautiful nature is and what nature is able to do when you don't mess with it. And how can we build and unite with nature and unite with the land and things like that and build for your community that everybody is going to be able to thrive from. It's really inspiring.
It's a great perspective too. You don't always have to build something on it to develop something.
Exactly.
What would you see as some initiatives if someone in their community wanted to get involved? What's a great entry point?
Man, there's so many things in your community. Every single community either has a parade or a farmer's market or something where they're out selling something. There's local stores, small businesses, small restaurants. All of those things are in every single community. If you can just go and visit those places, get to know the owners, get to know the street fair, involved with the schools. Who are the parents that are plumbing the homes? Who are the parents that are selling the homes? You know what I mean? Get involved in any aspect you can, anything in your community, a parade, a school lunch, whatever you can provide. I don't know. So much.
It's amazing what a small world it becomes
Yes.
when you're fully engaged in our community and any community. You're like, I can't
Yes.
go on a beach walk without running into 3 people from high school.
Exactly.
And that's cool. And,
Exactly.
and one of them owns a plumbing company and one of them has the restaurant down the street. And you don't realize
Exactly.
how much that goes on in the community and the ownership of the community are the individuals who live in it.
Totally. Exactly.
When you look at the freedom in your life, you said, I've got the flexibility in my schedule. I've got a lot of opportunity here. We don't all see freedom in the same way. Right now in your life, what does freedom mean to you?
Freedom means to me to do the things that make me and my family happy. So that is what makes me actually free. So if I can do a design that makes me, think creatively or sparks an interest in me or how can we make this home better? If I can do something like that, that's freedom. If I can go to my kids' school and watch them do something that builds them up, that's freedom. Like if I could watch my mother play a video game that she loves. My mother loves video games for some reason. So that's freedom. Anything like that.
Now I know not to challenge her to a video game, thinking, I got this one in the bag. I'm trying to figure out what's A versus D, and she's halfway down the
I
room
don't
on
even
it.
own a PlayStation, but I'm like, okay, whatever.
Note to self. What is one thing that you wish more business owners knew? So, as you've grown the business, you've expanded on it. We know that every day we're learning something new. What's that one thing you wish more owners knew that would just be a game changer for them?
I wish that they knew that it's okay to try something really crazy and out of the box and fail on that and lose everything and then try again than not to try at all. I wish that they knew that because, especially in this industry, it's really hard to make a name for yourself if you can't think of the most craziest thing and try to develop it.
It does seem that way at this point. The more outside the box, the more contrarian, the crazier, the
Yes.
easier it is to differentiate
Yes.
ourselves. And male, female, however you identify, it just seems like outside the box
Totally.
and thought leadership is that new norm.
Yep.
And find your voice and use it. Even when the monkeys are having a play date in your head, when they settle down, and you come up with
Exactly.
a brilliant idea. You're like, I don't know whether it's brilliant or crazy, but I'm
Yeah.
going to
Could
say
be
it out loud.
both.
Like, call
Exactly.
you and me. We will validate 100% and say, go for it.
Yes, 100%.
Down. Right now, Lindsay, what are you owning in your life?
What am I owning? Man, I don't know. I think I'm owning a lot more of my health, which is nice. Like the older I get, I need to own what goes on with my body and my health. And I'm owning a lot more fitness related things, which aren't normal for me. So I think that's a new thing for me to be owning right now. Aging gracefully. That'd be nice.
Oh, you and I have 2 different plans on that one. Do not plan to age gracefully whatsoever, so I'll support you in that. Or maybe age gracefully on the inside.
There
It's
we
the
go.
outside that not planning on it.
Yeah. See? Exactly.
I love that we own different things in different stages and that you are focused on your health and you are
Yes.
owning that to be a priority.
Yes.
And I would want nothing else for you
Thank you.
other than that. Lindsay, we
Yes.
need you and we need you around for a very, very, very long
Exactly.
time. Everyone needs a Lindsay in my life. And if you are not someone's spirit animal, you can be my spirit animal.
Aw,
I have a
thank you.
couple of them. All need amazing, accomplished women like you in the room. And I can't believe how fortunate I am that you were able to join me today on
Aw,
She
thank
Owns It.
you.
For anyone listening, if today sparked a new idea or gave you something to take action on, don't let it sit there. Share it, use it, educate yourself, and keep growing. And until next
Yes.
time, keep leading with clarity and confidence and yourself.